Welcome to Other Space FM Live. Yo, my name is Nana,
What's up? I'm Jason the Ape.
and let's get into it, man. How you doing tonight? We're
I'm
doing
good.
another late night kind of Other Space Live session. We're forging at night. I guess it was kind of good because we do need to get in some additional work. We had HV-MTL Forge kind of go down for maintenance a little bit earlier today.
Yeah, it went down at our general streaming hour, which meant, a pivot into other stuff, but also an opportunity to hang out with different people at different times. So we did one last night at 9 o'clock. Tonight we're doing 9:30. We're gonna do different times throughout the time we have ahead of us, just to maximize our reach, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's one thing that I love about doing this every day is not only being able to stay up to date with like HV-MTL Forge and make sure I'm not missing anything, but just to be able to connect with the community, you kind of get to see who shows up every day, especially in the chat, but also just get to meet people. And I hope that, if there are people that are tuning in that don't know our special guest today, I hope that, they're able to connect with this person and, build a relationship along the way. What up, Miker?
What's up? What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
How you
Yeah, thanks
doing?
for doing good, man. Thanks for having me on here. I'm stoked to do some forging live streaming for the first time.
Yeah. Do you ever think you'd be doing this?
Oh, no way.
Maybe a year ago, like thinking you'd be live streaming at what past your bedtime? No, I'm playing.
Oh, it's definitely past my bedtime.
Past my bedtime. Yeah, absolutely.
It's 10:30 my time right now. So yeah, I'm like 3.5 hours past my bedtime.
Oh man, that's awesome, bro. Well, thanks for being here, dude. Why don't you just give a quick, uh, intro to who you are? That'd be awesome for people that don't know you.
Yeah, for sure. So I go by Miker. My background's in the Web3 space, actually, mostly. I built one of the first decentralized exchanges in 2017 called Radar Relay. And
Hey, yo.
yeah, it was quite the adventure. We did kind of the entire, Silicon Valley tech startup thing, raised too much money and got ourselves nearly in trouble and played around with DeFi stuff. So I'm really happy to be out of that and now playing with NFTs since then. So
Nice.
yeah, now we're working on some NFT products. We got basically a blockchain product studio focused on tools for the Web3 gaming space. So yeah, stoked to mess around with everything you guys putting out there and see what we can do to try to help people um, you know learn a lot, discover value in the Web3 gaming world.
That's awesome, man. What do you got going on in your forge? We love straight lines, so it looks like you're going with the straight line strategy. I'm a fan.
Oh yeah, I went pure pragmatic, same color tile, very robotic, just going for the energy for now. I
So what's
actually
your forge capacity and kind of average tile level that you're
I'm
working with right now?
Yeah, so I'm at max capacity now. 605 is what I'm currently at. I think I almost have average of 12s. I started a little late in the game because I was out on a vacation way out in the mountains, but I'm slowly catching up. I actually have a pretty cool strategy. I'm working with a friend of mine, Crafter.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
yeah, and that's been pretty cool because
crafter.
we've kind of been like um, tag teaming the whole thing. So like anytime I'm not on, he hops in and helps out. So I have it delegated to his hot wallet, which has been really nice since this game's so grindy. It's like super helpful to have someone help you out. So definitely recommend that strategy for anyone who's starting to feel burned out.
So
Yeah,
what? Oh, go ahead, Jay.
I was just gonna say on the seasonal leaderboard, if we look, guys, because there is a countdown. There's only 9 days, 12 hours, 24 minutes, 36 seconds. So a lot of people are still sitting on these, not using them yet. So if you're not using them, delegate them to someone and get them in the game because that's the only way you're really going to get to go to Evo 2, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Just had to throw that out there.
I think Crafter has been coming to other space. He's been super dope. Pulling up on the spaces in the Discord. He was really excited to get this going, and he doesn't own Heavy himself, so he was sharing how stoked he is that he was being delegated to. So I'm glad you guys are working on it together. Initially,
I think he owns one now. Actually, he's in the game.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
let's go.
he's
Let's
doing
go.
it.
All right, I love to hear it. That was one of my initial thoughts on when this game was announced, and they talked about how, hey, it might be wise for you to like have a squad or a guild and start forming up, and everyone started creating like discords and group chats. And then there was a question that someone asked Spencer about, like, is warm wallet delegate cache, like, are you going to be able to delegate wallets? And he's like, not only what is it supported, but we're designing around it, like we're designing to the fact that wallets can be delegated. And it really got my mind going because, I'm anticipating something, I think many of us may be anticipating something to do with the whole free to play aspect when that launches, and how there might be a way for people who don't have someone to delegate to, but hey, if there's a player that, and there's this free to play aspect, there's potentially a way to, be able to delegate your stuff to some available players. So I thought that was cool. But the other kind of idea that came to my head was just being able to have like 2 to 4 people and like put everything, delegate it toward like a single wallet, right? So we have maybe a few heavies in that, and then we like take shifts. You know what I mean? Like where I'll knock out, 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. and then someone on the East Coast or something like starts it off in the morning, and then we just kind of keep it rotating and we just align on a strategy. So that was initially where my mind went in terms of like using Delegate Wallet and kind of creating a group to manage that single wallet of heavies. But I ended up, it was like a little too much to coordinate. I was already trying to come up with like a system for Twitter votes, and we're organizing the Discord for energy votes and optimizing that. So I think it was just a little much for me to take on, but that's where my mind was going. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be surprised there are some people that are doing it. You're doing it with just one other person, so I think that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was a lot going on in those first few days. It seemed like chaos. I felt like I came back after my trip and was blown away. The Discord had grown 250 people, and it was just like, it was going crazy. So definitely understand not being able to coordinate that, but maybe for season 2, I feel like that would be a fun thing to try to figure out.
This is something we've talked about before. Is this kind of like a beta test for us as well as you got, to kind of figure out how does this work? How do we work with the community? Because it's one thing to grow community, and then it's another thing to do work in a sense with the community, right? And so trying to figure out who is going to put in the time, who's actually trustworthy that we vibe with, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day too, you want to spend time with people you want to spend time with. You don't want to just spend time with people just to do it because the game says I have to.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why we at first were so excited to have a lot of friends in the group, but then it just exploded. But we find out through that a lot of those people were looking for the same community values and ideologies that we were kind of cultivating at the beginning, right? So I think that's important to experience and to continue to remember how important it is for us as we grow. Because next stop is 1,000 members, and then once Legends of Mara come out and there's more need for what we're doing, it's really gonna. I think it's gonna be one of the most powerful guilds out there. But we're not there yet. We're in the developmental stages and excited about it. So that's where I'm at with all this, man. I'm pumped
I
for a
feel you
lot of
on
this.
that.
Yeah.
I think so too, man. We had a meeting earlier today with, and you know, Miker is also someone who has kind of raised their hand, wants to help out with other space. So we absolutely consider Miker as, you know, someone on the team. And it's great that you're able to hop on live stream and create some content with us. But also, you know, been great to bounce technical ideas off of you. We went to that 3XP Web3 gaming conference together. And thanks for getting me in there. But you know, we were talking about other space forming as a guild. And one of the things that we talked about earlier today, and we do want to get more of a sentiment on what people might want or can get out of creating factions within our Discord. You know what I mean? Because the Discord has become such a great place for all this information. The community is there. But what if there was a way to create more like sub guilds or, you know, factions? Even with just Heavy Metal Forge, right now, I'm finding myself to having like this, like the whole community as, you know, the community as a whole being a really great resource and having fun and connecting with. But as it relates to like specific energy votes, I think it would be great to have like a private channel or something like that where people within a faction could use the Discord in a new way to communicate with people, you know, in that smaller group. So those are some ideas and things that we're kind of thinking about. And if you guys have ideas, you know, anyone out there in the chat, if you're like, oh, this would be helpful, this would be something cool to see with other space, we want to hear it. You know, I think this is going to be shaping up into something every single week. And dude, we grew like past 800 members, so it's pretty much, you know, we started I think right before we hit our 420 members milestone. And so yeah, I think we're basically doubled since a week ago.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, the insane growth. But I think more so what's interesting is the people who continue to show up day after day. And I
Mhm.
think kind of to your point too is, and something NFT Traveler had you know, we had talked about earlier, is that people are going to start to create these factions of groups no matter what. That's just how people are, right? They gravitate towards people they like, and a lot of people are doing their prearranged, you know, voting, and it makes life easier because the vote structure of this game is a grind, right? So how can we offer a platform that you know maintains the people in this platform and still want to hang out there, where like you could be in your faction but you also have this bigger community just on the other side of a different channel, you know what I mean? And I think that's where a lot of this value comes, is the community grind. You need each other, right? Like a lot of us are exponentially growing our energy, which means we have more votes, and some people are playing upwards of 10, 50, 100, you know, and that's a lot. That's a lot. Like I'm struggling with the amount I am playing currently because I did not realize that the exponential growth means you got to find more people to trust, to trade with, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and it's not easy to manage either. You know, I'm really thankful we have like NFT Traveler, Marav, Taylor, Miker. We can't do it by ourselves, like just Jason and I. So to really expand the team, and we're also kind of looking at that too as we continue to grow and continue to scale. We're learning a lot about, you know, what are some of the main things that we need to pay attention to from the community so that we can really make sure like this is actually enhancing people's experiences. So love to see it. Vicky, oh my goodness, Vicky's up late tonight,
Oh
but
man,
still tapping in. We're also
let's
managing
go.
our energy portfolio. She's damn right.
I don't know.
Um, but hey, yo, we are about to hit 1 year of
Oof.
Other Space FM being launched. You know, like it's been a year since we've been doing this, almost a year. On July 16th, that was the date of the first trip. which is the first time that, you know, Jason, you kicked off that space. You invited Vicky and myself up as co-hosts, and then from there we decided, you know what, we should do this every single week. We should do it consistently. And look what it's kind of formed up to. It's become one of my favorite things to focus on. In fact, it is the thing that, you know, I'm focused on, and I know you are too. So, what do you think? What do you think we should do for the 1 year anniversary mark?
You know, to be honest, first off, I can't even believe it's been a year. It's gone insanely fast and slow at the same time. I want to figure out a way to have a little fun with the community, right? We had talked about it earlier. It's separate from a Thursday, so maybe we could have a little time to celebrate, appreciate, have some fun. So kind of ideating. Maybe we don't drop any specifics just quite yet, but
All right, all right.
let's say that on Sunday the 16th, we're gonna do a YouTube show, and we're excited to hang out and celebrate. And you know, we'll be sprinkling information throughout the week as we curate it a little bit tighter, but the idea is just to get together, have some fun, share some appreciation, and celebrate the fact that we've all spent a lot of time over the last year together, excited about the same thing. And the speculation, the conversations, the oddly enough friendships that have developed from this were all things that we couldn't have anticipated, but really, really important to this journey. And the crazy part is the doors for the other side haven't even opened yet. So
I know, right? Legends of the Mara. Are you stacking anything as far as not to like change
nah,
subjects, but like are you focusing at all on the other side and Legends of the Mara? Because all the attention has so far been on Heavy Metal Forge. You
yeah,
know, with we're respecting the game, dude. That's what we're in right now. So this has been the focus, but you know, it seems like there might be some good opportunities. I know I picked up an enchanter vessel when it was sitting at 0.28.
ooh,
So I was able like I had just enough ETH to be able to do that. And I'm glad I did, you know,
that's a
just got
great deal.
another enchanter and hopefully I'm still looking for like I'm still looking for a deed to pick up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I feel like the prices are fair, like it's within the range, and I'd like to pick one more up. I just need an infinite expanse sediment. That's like
mhm,
the last one that I'll need that I have. That's the last sediment that I'll need to complete. You know, having one of each sediment. You know what I
right,
mean?
right, yeah. I mean, I'm still holding tight with a lot of the stuff I have. I've kind of put myself in a position where I like everything I have a lot, and I don't really want to make any moves. Like I would love more acid deeds, but I don't have any more ETH, and I don't want to move things around. Like I've got my hypno trips, my 3 codas. At one point, I had 24 vessels, but I shaved them down to buy other things. You know, get I think to get a reaver at some point or something. Um, but I do see that as one of those opportunities where a lot of people are looking at heavy metal and looking at other things. And when they do that, they forget about the thing that's coming, and that's the Legends of the Mara, you know? So
Mhm, mhm.
I
I
think
never.
vessels are still a massive play.
I am
Let's
so
see.
tempted to pick up a Coda, 4.5 ETH.
Oh,
That
Oh,
is
really?
insanity.
Let's see.
That floor is absolutely
4.75.
ridiculous.
Yo. Do you
that's
have a
crazy.
coda?
I don't. So I've been shopping. Like you guys are saying, while everybody's distracted, it does make sense.
Yeah.
Might be the way to
Yeah,
go.
it's
That
true.
that that picture of all the, you know, communities coming together with the coda at the head of the table really inspires thought that these actually may be quite valuable on the other side in a way that they've been telling us, but when you see that image, it hit me a little bit differently, I think.
I agree. Yep, front and center. I kind of thought that too. I was like seeing the apes on the side was kind of a shock the way they did that. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the other side. They're the ones who posted it, right? Just gonna bring it up. So yeah, this coda is also
Bastard said they were sub 4 ETH just a few days ago, so I guess this is
Okay,
man.
an
dang.
improvement. That's wild.
I
There's
missed my chance.
sipping some tea right here, and Wagmi-san likes to sip some tea. But what's exciting about this is all these different communities kind of coming together that's able to participate. I'm really anticipating like communities wanting to learn a lot more about Legends of the Mar, and hopefully, they can tune into Other Space FM to figure out like how to get involved, how to get started. So I think there's definitely some opportunities for us to like create some content even in the Discord that are more like workshop based, or like where we can get together and have these conversations, help people out. I feel like this is an opportunity for these communities to really get together and play a game with each other. So hopefully these rewards for friends are pretty good, because they did say like once you defeat a shattered, if you have a friend, they're going to get some special rewards too. That's going to be beneficial for them. So I'm really curious on like what that will be. And a heavy is one of the friends because we got Jeff right here. Yeah. I like the backside of Jeff, his this little Evo 1.
That's cool.
Love
I'm
that.
excited by this whole experience that they've been teasing out, and the fact that they're stacking games for us is great. But I also have to remember not everyone's going to play every game, or not everyone has the capacity to play every game. Like this heavy metal game by itself is an energy drainer, right? Like we have to balance time. I feel like I've spent. I mean, now we're on day 12, so let's talk real, right? This is a fucking grind. And if it wasn't for the Other Space FM community, I would be super bored with this game.
I'm with you.
And I know many other people have told me the same sentiment. In it doesn't mean it's not a cool game. It just means without knowing what we're doing this for, the community has added more value to it, right? Because if I had the rules, maybe I'd be like, oh, okay, this is worth a 2-week grind. But for right now, I'm going to do it, and I'm excited and I'm committed to it at this point. But just in the true sense of like giving my perspective, it's a grind and it's getting longer. So now I'm starting to wait. What do I do for that aesthetic build? Because for 12 days I've just been energy farming, and my plots are barren, right? Like Baron von Baron here. But they're coming along, and that's great, and I'm really proud
That
of
one looks good, but that's
this.
Cheyenne's, right?
Yeah, this one's not mine. But like at the same time, we're happy with this, the seasonal. This is really one of the things we're working on is the amps, right? We're trying to get as good as position as we can with what we have. Um, we talked about this yesterday, and we'll talk about it probably the rest of the time we have of this. Is this part is something that is very difficult for many people to get more than a handful of votes when you may only have one is something that not a lot of people are going to do. So even with one vote, even with just one vote, you're going to get on the seasonal leaderboard much further than most, right? This didn't have a vote yesterday. It got one vote yesterday. It went up 2,000 places, right? It might be interesting to see what minimals will do at the end of it, which is one vote each, because that's 15 points a day.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you know what? We allo.eth, DevAllo, he put up this tweet right here, which kind of broke down. I guess he took it from like the API that was available. And he broke this down. If I go to my fame tab, let me take a look. Because, yeah, this is my seasonal ranking. I'm 1296, and I'm in contention for a rare amp. So I would love to be in contention for an epic amp, but it's kind of like, how far away am I? Right? I could see this, pink line that's almost touching it. That's pretty nice. But if I'm thinking to myself, like how many as far as the seasonal rank, how many spots do I need to jump up
Right.
to do this? According to DevAllo's little leaderboard ranking breakdown, for an epic, that's going to be rank 134 all the way to 1067. So I got some work to do. You know what I mean? I got to jump up like 260 slots or something like that in order to be in contention for an epic amp. So I'm going to start focusing on this, and because I'm nowhere near rank 133 for my main, I think I'm going to cool off on the votes on putting it all toward my main one and start to distribute it a little bit more evenly to my secondary one, so that I can, get in contention and go for 2 epics. That's kind of my new goal right now.
That's a great goal. What before we jump over to Micro, what are the cutoffs for all the amps? For the ranges? I know we talked about it. I can't see that screen. If you could read it, Sean.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can't even zoom in on it. Sorry, it's using the Twitter app.
No worries.
It says, let's see if this works. There we go. It says common is 30,000 to 8,534. And then uncommon would be 8533 to 3601. So if your seasonal rank is 3601, you're on the brink of an uncommon and a rare. So rare would be 1068 to 3600 rank. And that's where I've fallen in right here, 1296. For epic, 134 to 1067. So if you're in that rank, then you are as Marav may had said, you're top 5% pretty much. And then legendary, only 133.
Damn.
So it's going to be tough. I don't think I'll be able to hit legendary if they keep the meta the same way it is right now. You know what I mean? So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of gunning, I think I'm sitting pretty good in this epic range for this guy. 246th place. So I feel good about like securing that. So what I'd like to do is, instead of distributing like here's 18 votes, let me start stacking up a few more votes to this guy. I only have 4 votes for 2439. And so that way I can get hopefully 20 points and get this little dude to climb up in the seasonal.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Micah, what are you working on in your range? I know you said you haven't been playing too much. You've been sharing it and delegating. How does that work out, in terms of where you're sitting?
Well, I was going to jump in with a really bad joke and say I'm definitely going for epic because I'm only 3,691 away. So I pretty much got it in the bag, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty secure.
I'm pretty close. No, but I think for me, it's just like, I think if I can get any amp, I'm good with that. Because like you were saying, even, a lot of people are going to be kind of at the bottom, just not as focused on the voting, because I think there's plenty of people who are just like sort of going for energy. So if I get any amp, I'll be happy. The biggest thing for me is, honestly, this game is not really my style. Like, I'm not a huge farming game, wasn't really into like Farmville or Stardew Valley or anything like that. So it's just not really my kind of game. But if I can get my energy up and get ready for the dungeon crawler, I'll be super stoked. So I think that's kind of where I'm at, is I'm just gonna pace myself, try to get to max energy over the next 3 seasons, and then or just keep forging hard with Vicky.
Yeah. We got to do that again. Have another Forgy Friday night, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe an after party to the 1-year anniversary. Who knows?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What? Someone in the chat too. Oh, sorry. Go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say congrats on the 1 year too. I didn't say that before, but I'm super, super stoked for you guys. It's going to be, it better be quite the party. I'm going to hold you to it.
It will, man. We always have a good time. Here is 5040 Jose Luis Martinez Cortez. Let's visit his forge. I'd love to hear any feedback. Right from the jump, I just love the night kind of vibe. You know what I'm the not the nighttime vibe, but the night heavy. You like that, Jay?
And I was like, yes, it is nighttime.
I love the night vibe over here. But it has like this little like hardwood section, just a quick rest point. You can vibe out real quick,
Yeah.
make your way over to this portal over here. And then I kind of like the wall, you can't even see behind it. It's like what's behind it?
It looks like a face is what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Nose, eyes, ears.
I like it. Hey, great job, Jose. This is really cool. It's coming along. Let's see how he's doing over here. We got some level 8, level 10, 11 over here. So this is looking real nice. I think he's just working their way up to activate this portal right here. So
That's
good
nice.
luck with the leveling up of those tiles.
Yeah, this game is a grind when you look at the builds and then you look at the tiles levels and you realize, oh, people have put a lot of time into it, right? Like these tiles are when you just look at them, they're just tiles. But when you understand the game, you realize that's time.
Yeah. So do you have any tips? If this was your forge, like what would you do?
Man, that's tough, right? Because for me, how about this? If this was my forge, I would make sure that the tiles are consistently built up at the same time. Because I have a different strategy for how I would play, but if I were to absorb this particular one, just keep them all average. Because the way I personally like to build them is every single tile I build, I level it up to 12 before I move on to the next one. So I start a tile and I just go level 1, level 2, level 3, and just all the way up to 12.
All right. For me, I think this one right here, like I see 2 portals are active, right? So you're working on what, 60 tiles to activate this one, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, man. I think for me, I would consider like, see if I can build up as many tiles as I can to activate this one and then go for a bunch more tiles to activate this other one and then start leveling it up. But yeah, if you're already past the point where you connected this third one. So if you were going to try an energy farm, I would just break away. I mean, you're already connected, so you might as well go for the 60 tiles and try and activate that. You know what I'm saying? But we can't see like what level these two are. So I can't really tell like if you should focus on like leveling up these 2 portals first before kind of doing more things over here. And if that's the case, if you want to level up these 2, you're going to need that average tile level to be up. And so therefore I would just start knocking out some of these other tiles, to be honest with you. Like maybe knock out these 8s, these 4 8s right here, considering you have 999 across. And then maybe knock out that and knock out. Oh, it's hard to knock out some of these. You know what I mean? But it'll help with the average tile, like the time it takes to average up all those tiles. But good luck with this one.
Yeah, good luck, man. That's a great share.
Nifty Central said 2172. Just hit 60 tiles as well. Well, just keep your main paths leveled. I agree with that. So let's take a look at that. 2172. Oh,
That's nice.
Damn. Look at that
damn.
Lambo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's super nice.
This is sick as fuck, dude. I'm loving the yellow black kind of like warehouse tiles right here. Those are sick. Oh, this looks good with that plant. Nice. Nice combo. You got the heavy metal and the, you know, the purple studded tile looking really nice over here. And then on the opposite side, you have like some of these little kind of like platforms. But dude, this is a vibe with the marble and then the warehouse tiles and the Lambo. It's just looking really nice. You got the workstation, you got, you know, everyone playing Heavy Metal Forge right here. But
That's one of the nicer builds I've seen. Like, definitely put a lot of energy and design into that area.
yeah, whoa,
Wow.
really cool, really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Good stuff. All right, well, hey, Miker. So, anything you're looking forward to this week, dude? As we just begin to wrap up, just want to see if there's anything you're looking forward to. I know you're building some really dope things. Feel free to share if there's anything you know you're excited about this week.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the opportunity. Well, first of all, this one pink tile, man, this just drives me so crazy. I didn't know what I was doing. It's at 11, so I can't destroy it. What do I do?
just work with it. I'm in the same position. I got something like that.
Put some flowers on top of it or some decoration or whatever.
There you go. That's a good call. I'll do that. But yeah, no, we're this week we'll be announcing a product called Other Page, which we're really stoked about. It's basically your character screen for your avatars in the other side. You're going to be able to share all the heavy metal stats you've been doing or that you've got, your ranking. You'll be able to share your your sets with your NFTs, your avatar's lore, all the cool stuff that you're working on with this product. And we'll be basically releasing the early access private beta sign up. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are hanging out in other space, you might see a mention of it. Would definitely appreciate your support and your feedback if you get a chance to get in there and get in the beta. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
All right.
I love Mirov's comment real quick. Put a cow on it, Mike. You know, remember Portlandia? Put a bird
on it. Yeah, totally.
This is our version. Put a cow on it.
Nice.
Just put a cow on it.
Love that, Mirov. I'm going to do that. Now I got to sit here for 2 hours and see if I can get a cow.
Go cow hunting.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to say thank you for jumping on and being, you know, part of the Other Space FM mod community and just being part of the community, hanging out. I'm excited to see what Other Page is going to be in terms of the beta and get to test it with others because the visuals we've seen look really stunning. So excited to see that. For everyone else out there, my bad, bro. For everyone else out there, if you haven't already and you want to join the Discord, go to otherspace.fm. All the way at the bottom, you'll find our website, and there's a Discord link there if you want to join us and get to know all of us a little bit more as we play these games together for many more months to come, I'm imagining, with much more of an intensity because at the end of the day, hopefully we can make a shitload of money from doing this, right? Like that'd be nice. I don't mean from being in the Other Space. I mean from playing the game collectively as a group.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, at the very least, let's have a lot of fun because one could very well lose a lot of money in this too. You know what I'm saying? I want to be real about that.
Oh, yeah.
This is so tough. And I think if you're coming in thinking you're going to make a ton of money, it's possible. But I think what should be driving you is like this, you're taking part into something that's very new. There's a lot of things that are happening that is, you know, for the first time it's being done. I can't wait to evolve these heavies and kind of carry it into each experience that's coming up. So for anyone that wants to take part in that and join in on the fun with the rest of the community, hop in. It's really, really awesome. And hopefully you can make some money off of it. Good luck on that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, until tomorrow, until next time, we'll be back tomorrow for day 13 of our live gameplay series we've been doing. We're gonna stream every day of season 1, and it's been exciting to kind of capture all these moments and, to be honest, go through all these different emotions I never thought I'd go through from just playing a video game. So it's been quite an experience.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate the chat pulling up. I know it's late on the East Coast and in other parts of the world, and even on the West Coast, it's getting a little bit late. So we're having fun, and this wouldn't be as fun if it wasn't for all of you participating in it. So really appreciate the support. You can support us by liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Leave a comment in the YouTube comment section. Like, we'd love to see some Forge IDs. Let us know your Forge IDs. Maybe we can go visit, and maybe even have some of the community hop up onto one of our live streams. So appreciate y'all. Squash man, what up? Sir Heavy Bags, cheers. Everyone, have a great rest of your evening. Good luck on your Forge. Peace.
Peace.